Hello everybody, welcome to the Australian Esports League CSGO week number 7. My name is Matsy, coming to you live with my main man. It is Tuesdays. How you going this evening, Luther?
Matt, I'm keen as ever for some more Counter-Strike action, of course, in the University League. We've got a very exciting matchup tonight, of course, with Unimelb taking on RMIT Black. Should be quite an exciting matchup coming through, I think, from both of these teams. Both of them definitely having looked good in previous weeks and definitely showing they've got quite a lot to look forward to, of course. We've also got some lovely sponsors to thank before we get into the action. Firstly, of course, Predator. Conquer new worlds with Predator Gaming today. Predator are the gaming PC partners of the AEL. Conquer new worlds with Predator Gaming. Predator puts power and precision in your hands. Elevate your game experience in every way with quality and performance thanks to Predator. So big shout outs to Predator. Big shout outs as well to AOC, the best viewing experience, of course. AOC is a global leader in monitor display technology for more than 50 years. AOC has just delivered an exceptional viewing experience to millions of loyal customers worldwide. Today, the company offers a wide selection of stylish monitors for home, office, or gaming. Be sure to check them out, of course. Big shout outs to AOC, and of course a big shout outs to Rig as well. Rig, what it takes to win. We'll see which of these teams tonight has what it takes to win, but Rig, they develop headsets delivering superior audio for competitive gamers and streamers at all levels. Join the Rig team and enhance your gaming experience.
Absolutely, couldn't have said it better there, Luther, and I'm very excited to see exactly what's going to come out of this matchup here. Obviously, we do have the Unimelb Lorrydrivers there, followed by RMIT Black. Very excited to see exactly what they are going to be able to do into our maps here. I think we got the vetoes through. I think it is going to be indeed Mirage to start off, followed by Inferno. So I'm pretty keen to see how that one's going to go down. Looks like we are just waiting on one more player to return to the server at the moment. Perhaps some technical difficulties there. Who knows, but that's alright. Well, you know, we'll be able to peel some potatoes in the meantime, drink some water, get some mango locos, have a great time, you know. I'm sure that it's all going to be fine and dandy.
Yeah, all should be fine and good, of course, once we get everyone into the server and our lovely admin BK gives the whole heads up to everyone ready to go. But yeah, this will be a very interesting one to see. This is going to be the pick of RMIT coming out first, and then the pick of Unimelb coming out second on Inferno once we get to that point. We should be going live in just a moment, just waiting for the GoTV delay to catch up, of course. But this should be a very interesting match up from both sides. I believe RMIT Black, they certainly have been looking so far in this season. They've been looking quite good so far in the season. They've got, you know, some players that have been certainly quite worth watching. Of course, Bibian, Mitzi, Silent, Hypno in the server at the moment. Unimelb also should be able to, you know, put up a pretty good fight. It'll be very interesting to see how close this one could get.
I reckon it'll be very, very close, Luther. You know, it's like that Calvin Harris song, I feel so close to you right now. It's a force field. And we'll see if they're going to be able to break past that force field there. Obviously, a good little note here is that the Unimelb side is actually undefeated in the season so far on their side of the bracket. So it's going to be an even bigger challenge for the RMIT Black team to see if they can manage to actually steal a series off the side of the Unimelb Lorrydrivers here. And I'm sure that they've got their work cut out for them, to say the least there. But obviously still just going to be waiting for preparations to be completed here. You can see shots just going through in the server there. They're just getting things going, just taking shot after shot here, making sure that everything is going to be precise as ever. It's really nice to have this like practice range type thing before you can get the game going, you know, just to make sure you have your aim adjusted accordingly. But speaking of having your aim adjusted, it is going to be a game time now. It is obviously Unimelb on CT, RMIT on the T side, and let's get this one going right now, Luther.
Let's get it done indeed, Matt. This is going to be our map number 1. Of course, the pick of RMIT coming through. So they're going to be starting on that T side of things. We see just a little bit of lag out of the spawn there, just a bit of delay in terms of what the buyout will come through. But we see 4 sets of armor alongside the utility on Bibian. She's got herself a flash and a smoke, as well as that bit of 50 to work around. So it could be very interesting to see what they do with that as the team begins to take control over towards mid. 2 players splitting out over towards lowers. So we see Stritz just jumping back and forth around over towards the window. We'll go for the swing and lands the shot onto Hypno to find that opener.
See what else will be coming through here. It is going to be Mitzi taking away the first kill there. Looking to do a little bit more here. Let's see what they can manage here. Ooh, Beaver does land a shot. Stonepick's going to be taken down there. It's all up to Mitzi and Bibian now. 2 versus 3. Do manage to find one there. Looking desperately for a second. VJack crumbles. Bibian goes as well. 1-on-1 now. Mitzi 4 in a round so far. Might be able to come away with an ace. This they will. It is going to be RMIT Black taking away round number 1.
And what a start for Mitzi as well. That ace to kick things off certainly has to be quite the confidence boost, as the team now just getting ready to rumble off the back of that one. Will be getting themselves 5 Galils, just having that plant money and that round win money, of course, to work with. Meanwhile, the Lorrydrivers not really able to get too much together there. We'll just be able to hold on to some USPs and just save their money into the next round. We're seeing them just try to take the reapproach, but we see already player shut down. Beaver attempting to wander back over towards short, but will get taken away. Eli, though, able to find one over towards A main, and that's a pretty good trade. VJack being able to recover that Galil certainly beneficial, but RMIT Black now executing out over towards the B side, just running for it. Should be able to get the bomb down.
Bomb will be planted now. Looks like RMIT Black are going to be feeling confident here. Stritz, though, is trying to feel a bit confident themselves. Nice dink onto Mitzi there. Trying to see if they can find a little more out of it. Hypno, though, will be able to hypnotize them into a deep slumber. And it will come down to the 2-on-4 here. Jack had a weapon, but unfortunately loses it in the process there. EL1. One man left to do it all, and they will fall. Bibian able to get the last kill in the round, and a second on the board for RMIT Black now. Unimelb Lorrydrivers all cashed up and ready for action here. They've got plenty of utility to push into the round, and let's see if they can manage to put their abilities on display here and take a round of their own.
And certainly that's what they're wanting to do, just showcase their ability and show what exactly they're able to achieve here. We're down by these 2 rounds, but certainly looking to try and strike into this next one. We'll already see Beaver, a very nice opener, just going for that aggressive swing over towards that short position. Kirito as well might be able to spot Stonepicks as he peeks his way up over towards that back of truck area. We'll get the heavy tag down 45 HP for Stonepicks, but does manage to stay alive and survive the fight nonetheless. Mitzi will just be able to trade away that Galil for an AK, as we see Silent try and make their way out over towards the A site, but with no teammates to trade and just trying to go out by themselves, not quite working out as best as they would have hoped.
We'll see if they might be able to have their hopes realized, as there still is plenty of time remaining in the round here. Bibian, as well as their teammates, now trying to work their way through the B apartments. Looks like we do have Bibian taking the lead there. Kirito, though, looking to find them in the process. Does shut down Bibian immediately. Looks like the T's are just being slaughtered here. And it will be Unimelb taking away round number 1 for themselves. And does push RMIT Black down to much worse economy. But it seems they're still going to be able to muster somewhat of a buy, though.
Huge round for Beaver there, being able to get those 3 kills, just the opener over towards short, and then being able to extend that advantage as players tried to go out over towards A, but not quite working out as best as RMIT would have hoped. Really just a lot of that sort of timed CT aggression and just taking those fights where it's favorable, and we're seeing the same sort of thing come out over towards mid again. Mitzi getting tagged down to 3 HP, and that Molotov might just finish them off as well if they're unable to avoid it. Kirito able to find another kill, as well as Bibian and Stonepicks, and now Mitzi as well, all fall down towards mid. Now Silent and Hypno trying to pick up the pieces as best as they can. We see that one player trying to rotate over. We see the window smoke coming out there from Silent, but will they be able to regain control here? That's going to be quite difficult.
See if they can find at least some kind of control. They obviously have 2 players remaining for the side of RMIT Black. Now both have AKs, as they did locate one through middle there. Looks like they might be able to muster some kind of a kill between them, but it still does prove difficult to take control in the round. Hypno, though, does at least to find one. Another now falling. Good start for the T's. They do take a bit of damage and now lose a player in the process, though. So their difficulties only continue to rise. It seems that Silent does have their eyes on the prize, though. Kirito holding at this close angle in the B apartment should be able to deal with them right here, right now. And just like that, round number 2 now goes the way of Unimelb, the equalizer, already coming through.
Certainly a swift recovery from Unimelb. They certainly have been looking quite good on that defense again. Just finding opening picks and really just following through with it. Not losing too many players as well. So they have been able to build up that economy a little bit. They have seen a couple rebuys into this next round, but we also see the AWP being bought up. So definitely quite the deep economic investment. And we're going to be seeing quite the opposite from RMIT, just waiting back on those pistols and looking to group up, maybe go 4 pallets of waterfall here as we see just that one player over towards a main and 4 of them just getting ready to go off back to those flashes. VJack going to be there with a quick response with the 4K, however, and it left all onto Silent. There's not really going to be a lot left that RMIT can do here. VJack not quite spotting it, but will be able to make the recovery and find it at the end. And that is an absolutely beautiful anti-eco ace coming through from VJack, just extending all of his kills there and finding all of the damage to completely shut down RMIT, deny them the possibility of a bomb plant, and just enable his team to take out that lead 3-2.
Yeah, we do love RMIT, don't we, Luther? Great stuff coming through there, but obviously they've now got a bit of a buy behind them here. AK's across them. We'll see what they can achieve with them now, as it looks like they are going for the split. A few through towards underpass. Do have a couple at the top and middle as well, alongside the bomb carrier there. CT's just managing to draw on their utility to at least cut off any early plays towards something, but the T's, they're slowly starting to muster up the courage to push towards middle right now. Couple just outside connector, others just holding the short angles as well. Seems they do go for the swing there. BBA are going to be taken out immediately. Their teammates unfortunately not able to back them up whatsoever. Beaver at least finds another one through towards short as well. The T's, they're just being singled out there, but at least they're able to trade it out.
I mean, that's a nice little repeat coming out from Silent, going for that quick trade. But is Silent going to be able to spot that player in Kirito hiding over towards Apps? That's not exactly an angle you'd clearly just check out immediately. And being so focused on the site, that's the bomb now being dropped in the favor of the CTs. Kirito as well finding the second kill on the Stone Picks and spotting the third player. Mitzi now left by themselves. Try to get back out of the site, flashed out, but somehow not taken out away just yet. Was fully blinded, but still managing to hold on for these fights. It's going to be VJack in the end coming up from behind to finally finish them out and find that second round in a row or that 4th round in a row, rather, for the Lorrydrivers. Now ahead by 2 rounds over their opponents. Back down to pistols once again, as RMIT seeing a little bit of struggle here as the CT side has really started to fire up.
Firing up and firing away here, round after round, seemingly going the way of the Lorrydrivers here. We'll see if they can manage to catch a few more, as RMIT Black are going to be on to their deagles this time. Trying to go towards the A site, but will be dealt with accordingly. Last one standing towards that angle is Mitzi now. The remaining 2 players is Bibian and Stone Picks, though, and they could be flanked out as EL1 is actually pushing straight behind them. They may not actually realize this. The more time they take here, the more chance EL1 and even Beaver has to catch them. Beaver does get the spot onto one. EL1 now getting behind them as well. Bibian spotted, trying to react, but will be dealt with accordingly. And so it is Mitzi coming away with at least 1 kill. But there goes the round. Unimelb getting it done.
A little bit of a shaky spray there from Eli, but in the end being able to correct and find that kill in unders, as RMIT really just not taking too much of the map control overall. Not really able to get up, again, just having to deal with those pistols, having to contend with the weaker buy. It's just sort of that thing when you're unable to get your way up into those buy rounds, of course, having to just deal with the fact that you're not going to have consistent guns like the CT side is right now. They're definitely going to have quite a few consistent buys in a row, no matter what happens here. I mean, some of their players, Kirito sitting at 13k, and they're already just finding more openers as well to try and give themselves the best possible chance into this next round. Also, we see Silent going down, and we see that Molotov going towards lowers, but Stone Picks does manage the recovery, finding the trade finally on the Stritz, just peeking out a little bit too aggressively, perhaps over towards window. But Kirito, that aggression certainly not being punished, pushing all the way up through Apps, managing to catch the back of Mitzi. Find it 4 on 3 now as Unimelb continue to shut down their opponents, and one by one, RMIT just get picked away.
picked away, and there will be more yet to see the light of day here. Bibian looking to push around the corner though, does get the spot onto Eli. Eli going to be able to adapt around it, does find the shot, and will be able to find the kill as well. Both players falling down in a flash there. It is Unimelb taking away round number 6 now. RMIT Black gonna be back down to a potential buy, but it looks like maybe they're hesitating, going more towards the pistols and looking to achieve a bit more heading into the next round instead. I can definitely respect the patience here, just waiting things out and go for it again into the later stages. Looks like we are going to see an A take being structured though, 3 towards the A side at the moment, couple towards middle as well as outside the B apartment. But just like that already, Bibian goes down alongside their teammate.
Beautiful stuff from VJack being able to find those two, but Silent with a very good recovery there with the Deagle. At least they are able to take another kill back, or at least just find one kill at all in this round. RMIT still struggling to try and get a bomb plan or anything together here, but they have been able to draw some attention over towards the A site, which might be beneficial. Looking at Mitzi's positioning over towards Apps, posted very heavily, and as that bomb starts to rotate as well, it certainly could be quite possible that we see the assault on the B side coming through. Streets does rotate back away to just hold from market, but still could take a little bit for the rest of the CTs to fully realize what's going on here, and that might be an opening for RMIT to at least just get a bomb plant down. As I say that though, Streets are peeking out and will be able to take the fight, and instead just bring it to them. RMIT taking too long to exec out onto the site and get that bomb down, and that ultimately will be their undoing.
Yeah, great stuff from RMIT there. They do manage to take away at least a little bit out of it. They're not going to be feeling it too good currently, but, you know, now they've got the weapons behind them, so they can feel a little bit better, fully cashed up. Do have, obviously, the utility into it. Everything looking good, laid in place for a potential comeback here. We'll see if RMIT can launch it, though, as it looks to be a full A execute. CT is waiting on the other side of it, though, preparing themselves for a potential onslaught. Do at least smoke off that palace angle, so that does cut off at least one player there in Hypno. Everybody else, though, they don't have too much to worry about. They could be looking to pull the trigger in just a moment here.
That's a good opener from Eli, and maybe some more will come through as well. It's just the same thing of RMIT losing players early on, and we're seeing the same from Hypno as well, as VJack is just in great position to find that opener. With only a minute left and losing those 2 players, RMIT now on the full rotate back over, but look at where Beaver's at. This is perfect positioning to cut off this rotate here, being able to spot these players coming through, and we'll be able to find that one kill, backs away so as to not go down, but the information enough to hold on to the B side as we start to see players rotating off from A. Now locking down all aspects of the map. We still see Bibian trying to go for control over towards mid, but Eli on the other side with the AWP will be there and doesn't quite find the kill, but does deny passage over, as RMIT unsure what to do here.
Yeah, just really feeling lost at the moment. Hopefully they can find a map and maybe get found. Looks like Stritz is going to be the one to find them, though. Does manage to get the kill for their teammate. Kirito shutting down both players and will take away victory into the half here for Unimelb. Now 8-2 scoreline. And it seems that there is a pause to come through. So you don't see that one every day, Luther. Looks like RMIT have a bit of thinking to do here.
That's probably for the best, because it just seems right now that they're a bit disoriented. It just seems right now that wherever they've been going, wherever they've been on for the T side, there's just been some crucial errors that have consistently been made. They haven't been making trades off each other. They haven't really been able to play off each other. They've lost those players early on, but for no benefit whatsoever, because Unimelb just finding those early picks, they've been able to just take away that player's advantage and then just see no trading back off it, so there's no territory or map control established by RMIT whatsoever. That's kind of been the big problem right now and been their undoing, because we've just seen, again, the same sort of formula. We see those picks coming out from Unimelb where they've just been able to play over that CT aggression and just find opening kills again and again. And it just has not been punished when they've been able to push out so far, but maybe we'll see something come back a bit here. Eli trying to play over towards mid will take a bit of damage and is forced to back away.
Backing away, but it seems they will be coming out on top as kill after kill goes the way of Unimelb now. They're singling them out again here, Luther. They're just not able to work together as a team on the T side, and Unimelb will be able to push another one through there in their favor. And it seems the economy of the T side now going to be back down into the dumps here. All they can bring up is upgraded pistols and the MAC-10 for a bit of added spice there.
Certainly not bad having the MAC-10 at the very least to try and do something with. I suppose if you're going to go with this full B rush over here, it certainly helps to have a fast rapid-fire SMG as your entry. We'll see if it pays off. Well, Mitzi is able to upgrade that into an AK by jumping down and finding that kill onto Kirito. Beaver to fall as well as the entries working very well for RMIT. Strict on the other side will throw that HE grenade, but not quite going to bounce where he wanted it. And maybe if it had gone over to that side of bench, we would have seen the kill come out to Bibian, down to 5 HP. Maybe taking down to 0, but HE not quite landing. Though Unimelb still finding plenty of damage back. Bibian going for that quick swing, and Stone Picks as well helping out. Finally, Eli will fall as well, as Hypno will be able to go for the aggressive swings. And that is exactly the kind of momentum shift and the pace that we've needed to see from RMIT, especially in one of those pistol rounds. Now they've got the buy up, and they can show what they're really made of. Perhaps that tactical timeout certainly helping them out a bit with that mental and really just giving them that breather that they needed.
Hopefully this will be the momentum they need in order to pump themselves up towards the end of the half here already. They're forging a path forward. They're pushing straight onto the site. VJack, though, is looking for a flank. Oh, the double kill coming through alongside the kills from their teammates. It's just so clean for the CTs. They get it done again. Double digits in their favor now. And we push ourselves into a 10-3 scoreline, Luther. It looked so good initially. The setup was clean from the Ts, but the CTs are just so adaptable.
God, VJack currently sitting at 18-5, 143 ADR. Seeing 106 ADR as well coming out from Beaver. Just these two players in particular doing so much damage consistently almost every round. Just having some kind of huge impact that swings the momentum back in the way of Unimelb. As I say that though, VJack does go down early as Hypno does manage to punish some of the over-aggression we have been seeing from the CT side. Finally now a response is shown, but at the same time, they lose Mitzi as well over towards mid. And that is going to be a bit of a problem as now still back 4-on-4, not really having established or gained too much. They're going to have to try and make a play off this. Might come over towards B as we see some of these fights come out here. Both players tagged low in Stone Picks and Kirito. Will the backup come through from either side? The site being given away.
Good comeback from the side of RMIT Black there. They do find kill after kill themselves now. And it seems they will find the last one in the round, taking us now to a 10-4 scoreline. Looking a little better for them here if they can at least get this one last round in round number 15. It will end up 10-5. And we might be able to dive headfirst into a much more successful second half. It is going to be quite a challenge, however. Both teams on equal footing, and we'll see who will be able to come out on top early. It will be Stritz. One to go down, another soon to follow. Already on to a 5-on-3.
Great flash, great kill coming out from Kirito. And just, again, that over-aggression, no trade there. But I guess that's something you wouldn't expect, just holding W down there. As Unimelb really just giving no respect to their opponents whatsoever with these aggressive peaks and swings coming out in every twist and turn. And we see it again here as Strix reapproaches the A site, which has been taken over by RMIT. We see both of those final kills come through as well. Push-up player and Kirito taking that one over towards top mid near TV. Last player to fall on the A side as Unimelb are holding the advantage and extending it as far as they can go. 11-4 heading into their T side in the second half. And now back down to pistols. That economic advantage they built up, of course, not carrying away with them. But the momentum certainly being quite there, of course. RMIT, they're going to need this pistol round. They're going to need some good rounds after that in order to crack their way back into this one.
We'll see if they can find it already. A good dink, but it is going to be Stone Picks getting the kill sunk there. Great start for RMIT Black. They still need to find 4 more players, though. It looks like those players have already overwhelmed the B side here. Are going to be trading out left, right, and center, though. If they play a game of trades, it could work out for the side of the CTs. As it is going to be a 1-on-2 now. Great kill from Stritz there. It's all on Bibian. A 1-on-1 situation. They know exactly where Stritz is around the corner. They're trying desperately to line the shot up, and there it is. Bibian gets the kill done there. And it will be RMIT Black taking away round number 5 in their favor.
And again, Bibian, she's certainly one of those players to watch out for. So much experience in this game, so much of it carrying through, of course. We haven't seen her fire up as much in this match thus far, but again, just situations like that where she played that round to perfection in the end, and the 1v1 had the complete read on her opponent to be able to take the pistol round. We can definitely see where that expertise comes into play. Now RMIT in a perfect position to try and bring themselves back on top. We're going to see Silent take that kill over towards Kirito, but Beaver striking with a kill with the Deagle. VJack with one as well, as now RMIT having to forge their way back a path onto the A-bomb side. That bomb going down for VJack, but will not be able to stand up to defend it after Hypno goes for that swing. A bomb plant still absolutely huge for Unimelb. Extra $800 per player on top of the loss income. So certainly quite a good economic advantage, at least just being able to get that done and take some guns out of the hands of RMIT. But we'll see what they can do now that they're on their first buy round. RMIT, they've had themselves those 2 rounds from the pistol and then the anti-eco, but will they be able to hold on against AKs?
Certainly going to be a challenge coming up against the AKs, considering how much firepower that does bring to the table for Unimelb. We'll see if they will be able to find their former confidence that we did see through towards the first half as well. Whether it could be the RMIT show now heading into this second one. Looks like Unimelb are going to be setting themselves up just outside the A site mostly. Do have Beaver there to cause distraction through towards B though. Good flashes in underpass as well as through towards the B site. They're now trying to run it back. It could cause a lack of rotation. Looks like Eli is able to take point though. Great start there for them. They certainly need a few more kills like that though. And with Stone Picks sent packing, it will allow the plant to go straight down.
Nice little plant coming through there, and nice peaks coming out all around, but Unimelb ultimately holding down the site, being able to find those 2 kills. At least Silent is trading with one back onto Eli. That close range orb swing coming out from Silent to find a reopener. 4-on-3 as RMIT attempt to make their way back through. They do have that kitten Stone Picks now falling down. Mitzi, the only one closest to the bomb, but won't be able to sneak a ninja defuse as Kirito will swing back through. And that 10-second defuse just being too long to hold on to it anyway. Silent now left 1 versus 3, having to save this orb. Will at least find themselves an exit frag. Maybe a second here if they can spot Beaver heading closer towards them. But either way, Unimelb taking that round away and taking that orb out in the end. And that has definitely got to be a devastating blow.
More devastating blows ahead of us here. But it will be certainly a morale lose for the side of RMIT, as it is Unimelb to drill the confidence straight back into themselves here and send RMIT right back to the eco zone. And we'll see if they will be able to come out of it, as opportunities are starting to dwindle here into map number 1. And they've only got Inferno as an opportunity for comeback if they don't start off strong here. And then we'll see what could be in store for us. Already, though, team setting up Util, but Stone Picks. Great angle there through towards middle. Does catch Beaver. They're not going to be happy about that one, but at least the CTs will find a lot of happiness there. See if they find another. Stone Picks. 2 headshots now with that Deagle. Bibian looking to do more. Oh, there we go. The CTs. The Pistol Army.
Bibian and Stone Picks doing absolutely huge work there, and Hypno getting the 1-tap on the Strix without that head armor as well, leaving it all onto Eli to try and find themselves something in this 1 versus 5. We'll throw that flash back out, which will blind Bibian. We'll try and get a gun over to a teammate. Doesn't matter though, the swing will come forth towards the top of stairs, and with that AK that was recovered, being able to find it in the end. What absolutely huge shots coming out. Stone Picks Bibian finding mere pixels to aim out with those deagles and being able to find the kills. That's just absolutely ridiculous stuff. Eyes wide open as they were able to spot their opponents so well and be able to pick that up so consistently there. That was such an impressive round, to say the least. We'll have to see if they can hold up that momentum. Now Unimelb, the ones with the pistols, going to be going fast over towards that B bomb site. But that utility cutting them through, the HEs doing so much damage, and the weapons finishing them off in the end, leaving it all down to Kirito. He's just going to have the CTs on the other side to try and push into, but there's just so many targets there. What can you do?
I think they will be able to do quite a bit there, finding the power within them to take away at least one kill out of the round. They will be traded straight back rather, almost immediately. And it will be 8th round secured for RMIT Black there. Great start for them, but there's still more to be found here. At least now both teams are going to be on to the same kind of weaponry though. We do see Unimelb back onto the AKs. It seems they have managed to steal a weapon away from a Silent there. Good opening kill. Hypno at least still taking point through towards middle, actually trying to flash their way through. I respect the confidence, but they are going to be punished for it. Great angle being found by VJack. Eli able to catch one as well. It seems it's all falling apart again for RMIT Black. They have a spurt of growth there, but now they're back down to square one.
Yeah, back down to just that square one position. That one player left in Stone Picks, at least being able to pick up a kill and back away as well. So there is at least something found, but Unimelb certainly finding a lot more than their opponents, at least so far. Stone Picks hoping to try and correct the record if they can. Will reapproach over through CT, but Stritz right on it, able to set their record straight and find that kill, leading it to a 13th round for Unimelb. 3 more to go before they get to see their map pick of Inferno come out, where RMIT will be trying to catch back up on the back foot there and try and tie things back up 1-1 in our best of 2 tonight. Only time will tell if they'll be able to, or even if they need to. 5 rounds behind, but that's certainly not an insurmountable lead. RMIT, they just need some good buy rounds to come forward. They just need to build up that economy and get that momentum going. Maybe another tactical timeout would be good for them to try and reset, but we've seen some stronger CT side rounds from them. So it is entirely within the realm of possibility, but Unimelb, they're definitely doing their best to try and make sure it looks impossible.
Let's see if impossibility becomes a possibility, as it will be. Plenty on the table here. Plenty at their disposal. Looks like the T's are just preparing themselves, settling into default currently. Trying to see exactly what they can discover. Good utility being placed by RMIT though, in anticipation. They could be around any which corner and they wouldn't even know. Unimelb though are setting up straight towards A now. Smokes in abundance, flashes to follow it up. Here they go, the commitment is being sent.
Oh, Eli almost finding that kill over towards Silent. We'll be able to find one onto Stone Picks at the very least. And Diva finally taking that player out, as well as VJack ventures beyond the smoke. Will try and spot something, but the flashes working too well. Fortunately, having the teammates to be able to find kills back, as RMIT unable to hold on. Mitty to fall as well, as Beaver finding that kill in the end. Now 14-8, RMIT Black still back down to pistols again, unable to buy themselves up with some rifles. We're just going to be seeing a Deagle come out, a singular Deagle armor from BBN. The rest of the team unable to afford anything else.
Let's see if they can manage to find something in them, because otherwise it will be Unimelb potentially taking us through towards map point here. We could be one step closer to Inferno. Looks like Silence, though, does find 2 kills, so maybe not. We might see a little bit more out of this one before we head our way to Inferno. It will be RMIT Black finding 2 AKs. Definitely a big confidence booster for them, but the T's, they haven't given up the bomb yet, so they still do have the slight upper hand, especially in terms of the HP department, and now it's been even furthered as it's going to be a 3-on-3 now. CT's still got 2 AKs to play with, though, so they may have at least a chance at some kind of a comeback here.
Possibility, but Beaver trying to make sure that it's not. Will be able to find that kill onto Bibian. VJack able to his way up alongside Eli over towards that short position, attempting to go out towards the B side. We delayed a moment by that Molotov, but as it is extinguished, We'll see the path available. Only one player over towards B left to try and defend it, and will be forced out of position by that Molotov. Eli able to capitalize on that and find himself his third kill for the round. Mitzi left 1-on-3, only with the USP, so we'll try and go for some kind of exits if possible. Nothing to try and save, although does end up picking up an AK, so maybe makes it a little bit more doable, maybe something a little bit more worth holding on to here. That being said, not trying away. We'll actually not spot Beaver on the other side of the wall there, just on that other side of window, and that is going to work absolutely in their favor. That's going to be quite unfortunate positioning coming forth, but still, nevertheless, Unimelb now about to take this map out. One last buy from RMIT to try and stop them, 15-8.
One last chance here. We'll see if RMIT will be able to push one more time here. They need to be the one that takes them home and sends it through towards an overtime. And we'll see if it is going to be a reality as they do find the opening kill onto VJack there. Great start for RMIT Black. There still needs to be many more kills found though, and Mitzi already finds one. Trader straight back though. Eli able to catch a trade of their own. Now going to be honing in towards a bomb plant. Their teammate right around the corner as well. Looks like the CTs are pushing up through market and short themselves. Eli taking their time with that plant there. Their teammate seemingly going for the peaks here. Takes a bit of damage, does some in kind. Will be down to Stone Picks now. Catching both kills, taking it away. Fire on the site, just going to delay the inevitable there. It will be the defusal to come through from Bibian there, and it will be round at number 9 secured for RMIT Black. So, they're still in it, Luther, and they have a long road ahead of them.
Still in it, but again, that money just looking so good for Unimelb now. They've got themselves still just another buy here. Beaver able to spend 6.8k in that round, just having 10k to kick things off. So certainly being able to dig deep with that economic investment, get themselves the big green AWP, and have those rifles behind it, as well as Unimelb look to try and cement themselves over towards that A site. Firmly planted there, not taking mid control, and Bibian will be able to catch on to that, just pushing up over towards that top mid, not spotting anything. We see that control being seized by RMIT, able to now shift their efforts back over towards A. They attempt to make it work here. We see the HEs coming through as well, though that one not quite landing onto Kirito, who does take a bit of a step back after hearing it. Only tagged down to 97 HP, so you know, a little 3 health damage, not too bad. But we see the exec now coming through as the flashes all rain over the Molotovs, the smokes, and RMIT having to hold on.
Having to hold on for dear life here will be Bibian to take away the first one. Traded straight back though. Luckily Hypno and Stonepix are there to find a couple of more kills themselves. All going to be up to Beaver and Eli. Beaver goes down to Stonepix. Eli, last man standing through Connector, finds 2 kills. Might just be able to do this. Flash coming around the back though. They don't know what could be in front of them or behind them here. Still clearing out every which angle. We have just over 40 to go, but it will be Hypno to send them packing. And it will be RMIT Black taking away another round in their favor. And just look at the economy of Unimelb here. This is definitely a great opportunity for RMIT.
Yeah, now back down on that pistol by kind of that half by eco type thing we see going on with that T side there. Mostly just going for the deagles, couple players with armor, one with a helmet even, but still no primary weapons whatsoever. Only a singular smoke across the whole team, which will get thrown out over towards the top and mid, that progression of the smoke. Try and get them some control over towards that mid area there, and hoping to try and take some control, but Stonepix will maintain control over towards A as Kirito tries to peek out towards main, but will get shut down by the spray of the A1S. RMIT firmly trying to hold on to this one as Unimelb attempting to claw back whatever control they can find. Eli taking a little bit of damage onto Silent, but ultimately nothing too consequential.
Nothing too consequential for now, it seems. As Silent, though, will be able to catch a kill on it to Eli there. Bit of fire does ignite their desire to get one step closer towards a potential overtime here. Both teams definitely eager to do whatever they can to keep this map going, to try and take the crown for their own. It will be a Beaver, however, on the receiving end of the bullets alongside Stritz and a VJack. And so RMIT Black at long last do manage to take away round number 11 now in their favor. giving the Unimelb Lorrydrivers an opportunity to get a full buy into the round. And we'll see if this is the rounder for them to take a sweet revenge, or whether it could be RMIT Black continuing to build more and more momentum.
And they've had a fair bit of momentum, those 3 rounds in a row behind them. Unimelb now trying to just claw that one back. It's all they need. They've shown that they've been able to find a few, but RMIT, they've been looking stronger overall in this second half. It's been a little bit more of an affair of sorts going towards them, with those 7 rounds they've been able to take in that second half versus the 4 so far of Unimelb. But of course, Unimelb only needing 1 or more to end this one. They had such an advantage starting out on that CT side, where they showed how strong they were, looking at that 11-4 scoreline and being able to take it even further. They just need to get themselves over the line. They found that opening pick, they found a second, and now potentially they found themselves the A site, although there is going to be a bit of a delay. That bomb still stuck over towards the T spawn, where the rotate will have to come through. We see Stonepix just holding back on, attempting to regain control, and might be able to hold onto the site for now, spotting the arm of Eli and eventually finding the kill.
Good outcome for the CTs there, managing to find some kills back. It seems they are trading things out left, right, and center now, though. VJack as well as Stritz going to be the last 2 standing here. Silent trying to get themselves onto the side here. Just going to be holding out alongside their teammate Mitzi. I like the nade placement. No one going to be playing on the firebox, though. No one going to be playing there yet. Smoke does come through alongside a bit of fire, however. They definitely can play off this. Cut off one angle, go straight for the other. The swing does come through. They try and cut off the diffuser. It's not quite working. Silent's done it. Great molly there. Cutting off VJack from the side. Getting another round for RMIT Black.
Just some perfect utility usage, really. Again, as you said, that Molotov being able to cut off the post planner from being able to just play in there. The smoke on the bomb as well to ensure that there was cover, to just make sure that the defuse could come through. And of course, having the kit, everything just working out so well for RMIT, really playing off each other very well with those 2 players, finding the 2 versus 2. But Unimelb with another buy might have another opportunity to strike back into this one. It's going to start with Vivian playing nice and close over towards A main, where first contact could be made, although mid as well will prove to be quite tortuous for Unimelb, trying to find their way back through, but quite going to be able to do so. Seeing Kirito finding that 1 kill, but RMIT mostly losing players, as we see T side really just advancing over towards this A site, throwing out those progression smokes and finding control over towards the bottom of mid. Silence a fall as well, and Hypno unable to land the shot, being sandwiched in from both sides. Now all down to Mitzi in the 1-on-4, having to fight on it to hold this bomb site and stop that bomb plant from going down. But Diva already taking some damage, just spraying through, attempting to find that kill.
Just searching far and wide, but it seems their search has come to an end now. As map number 1 will go the way of Unimelb Lorrydrivers there. Definitely going to be happy with how it's shaped up. And they are going to be feeling confident heading through towards Inferno as well, Luther. I am super excited to see exactly what they're going to be able to deliver heading forward into map number 2. But whilst we do get that one set up, Luther, obviously we do just have to go to a short break. So we will be back upon its conclusion. Don't go anywhere though. We will be back before you know it. Welcome back, everybody, to the AEL 2022 season here. My name is Matzy, and I'm coming to you live with my main man, Tuesdays, week number 7 of CSGO here. Obviously, we've got our ongoing match between the Unimelb Lorrydrivers and RMIT Black. A slow start for RMIT into map number 1 there, Luther, but they were starting to pick it up a bit towards the end. Do you think maybe we see a bit more of that flair, a bit more of that pizzazz here into Inferno?
I mean, we certainly could, because RMIT, they really were bringing things back around specifically on that CT side. And that's where they were looking very strong. The T side, not quite as much there as Unimelb really were shutting them down. It was that 11-4 scoreline, but as soon as RMIT got themselves on that defensive position, that's where they really started to look quite a lot better. They really started to find themselves quite a fair bit of form. So this time around, of course, not being their map pick, being able to choose their opening side, and they've chosen to start on the CT side of things, certainly will be very interesting to see how they're going to be able to go kicking things off with that. That being said, Unimelb, of course, having that bit of momentum carrying over from the last game, being able to just have that sort of mental aspect coming through to it. Only time will tell really how this one goes, but of course, Unimelb now going to be challenging RMIT Black once again on their map pick. Matt, we're heading into map number 1. Take it away.
Ooh, we are certainly heading into map number 2 here. It could feel like map number 1. I mean, if you're an RMIT fan, you'll wish it was map 1 again, that's for sure. But no, unfortunately, we don't have the neuralizer. We can't wipe the memory clean of everyone on this stream. It will be map number 2 here. And starting off with a bit of fun. I see the dualies coming out on Bibian there. So maybe we have a bit of kills coming through with that one. But it looks like the Glocks aren't going to be able to find the first there. Great start for Unimelb. Ooh, finding another as well. Just buckling past them. Let's see if they can come through with another one though. Oh, Kirito slicing it up like we're playing Sword Art Online here. And it will be 2 players remaining now in Stonepix and Bibian, both already taking a bit of damage between them. Bibi does at least find 1 kill back though, with the dualies looking for a second, but they will not be able to manage it. And so that is game over. Round number 1, it goes the way of Unimelb.
Yeah, really nice opening coming out overall from Unimelb. Just a nice clean pistol round, getting themselves into position on that site, being able to get the plant down and just holding on, really not letting RMIT find anything back. Bibian, the only one to find that 1 kill with the dualies, but overall the rest of the team just getting wiped out pretty well towards the end there. And now we're just going to be seeing that aggressive USP play, just running it down towards mid, trying to find a kill. Well, we will see that one come out over towards Eli, but Kirito and Beaver going to be striking back in quick succession. Street's able to find that final kill, as well as Unimelb ultimately able to clean up, only losing that 1 gun, which is honestly not too bad given the sort of strat RMIT went for in that round. But now they've got themselves the heavy hitter artillery here. We see themselves with the A1Ss and a mix of M4A4s as well. Interesting to see some of those players still sticking by that gun choice, of course, but we'll also be seeing a little bit more of a mixed buy from Unimelb. That Galil and Mac 10 coming into the fray as well.
Looks like Unimelb have at least found opening contact there. Look to find a second as well. Great damage being dealt by Kirito there with the Mac 10. Might be looking to do a bit more as well. Ooh, nice little peekaboo coming through from Eli. Mitzi does at least find the trade alongside Silence. They're looking for another. They're not able to catch it. Just trading damage between one another. One after the other. We will see who will be able to find this round in the end, though. A Stonepix at the back of the side says goodnight to Weiner, looking for the second. Beaver around the corner. Silent now joining in. Does manage to work together with their teammate to shut down the bomb carrier. It's all on VJack through towards Banana. Less than a minute to go. They've already caught a bit of damage now towards the back of Sandbags. What more can they do here? They've still got util.
Just love how Stonepix there just peeked out, spotted both of the players, but just took the one fight and hit away from the second to buy some time for the team to rotate through, and also just not allowing themselves to be traded out. Just playing really smart there with the positioning and the cover. Just certainly what you want to see here. VJack hoping to try and outplay his opponent as he finds that 1 kill. Silent playing towards the back of the fountain as well. Will be able to get the trade in the end. Still a nice bit of damage being done by Unimelb, but overall RMIT on their first buy round on their CT side to kick off this map number 2, are able to take it away. And that's really kind of what you want to see from them, of course. A good opening start and a nice way to start things off, of course, as they hope to try and tie up now, get themselves a 2-2 record, try and knock down their opponent's economy, and gain a lead from there. Although a lead they certainly won't gain early on is in player count. They will lose Hypno early on, and that is going to be a really good opening for Unimelb, now having that control over towards mid and being able to play towards Banana as well.
Good start there for the T side. They still need to find a little bit more out of it though. Looks like Bibian is going to set up a smoke to at least cut them off temporarily. Shot does come through, almost finding Bibian there. Ooh, well played suppressive fire though, taking Eli down to 20 HP. Still plenty more work yet to be done, but it seems that the T's, they've found their mark. They might be just heading towards the A site instead, and this is a perfect angle if they go for it. They take out Mitzi, that's the site gone. Kirito's still holding towards B though. They might find a kill of their own. In fact, they've found two. That's a grand opening through for the T side here. In fact, they've furthered it now. They know where Bibian is towards B. They're going to be able to get a free, easy plant onto the A site.
And that was really good as well, because it just prompted Mitzi to overextend a bit over towards B in the end as those players were lost. As it looks like the hit was going to come through, the information just not quite being there for RMIT to act on. And so they had to try and act on their own read of it, their own interpretation of what was happening. And that certainly wasn't quite aligned with the reality of Unimelb, positioned over towards that A side and able to overwhelm it in the end. Bibian also getting caught out by that last player lurking back over towards B. Overall, just so much map control being established by that T side, really looking quite excellent. We see them go for even more so in this next round. Eli, position up over towards that top of Nana. We'll be able to push back out and spot Stone Beast hiding behind the sandbags there. We'll go for the re-swing as well over towards Bibian, and that's the side of B given up for free here. Hypno finds the Zeus kill onto Beaver somehow though, and Mitzi finding a kill as well. Bring it 2-on-3. But RMIT just not really having much of a hold over towards the site, as Unimelb able to take that bomb over towards B and get the bomb plant down.
They're going to be happy with that one. Obviously, there's still possibilities available for the RMIT black side, considering they've got a couple of AKs behind them now alongside a smoke grenade. Definitely does open up opportunity for them, but it seems the time to latibulate has come here, Luther. Just going to be ever calm, feeling pleasant, like they're walking through sunshine and rainbows right now. Just looking to keep calm and have a pleasant mind until the next round, where it is going to be Blood and Thunder. And I am eager to see the anger be released in a full force there. In to round at number 6 instead. With 2 AKs behind them as well, definitely feel like that's going to add a bit more to their firepower heading forward. But alas, bomb will explode. Round will go the way of Unimelb, but it will result in a 1-4 scoreline here.
Yeah, 1-4 scoreline is RMIT. Only good for that one round on CT side thus far. And that certainly was quite the strong round for them, but they weren't able to get really the momentum up. Unimelb were able to correct from the mistakes they made that one time around and really just find quite some strong control on the T side. I especially have liked how they've just taken areas of the map and really been able to run with it, finding openers onto all sections and really just playing around so dynamically and just adjusting with those mid-round calls wherever needed. We do see that early damage being done onto Stritz as the HE's coming through over towards Nana. Certainly being quite good there, but even still, RMIT Black unable to find an opening pick as of yet, as Unimelb not really getting too aggressive. They're just holding back for a moment, playing things a bit slower this time around. We see the re-smokes come over towards Banana, as RMIT looking to maybe boost over them and try and find a player on the other side.
We'll see if they are going to be coming around the outside here. Looks like they will be caught out by Mitzi. Good fadeaway shot. Does get traded, however, by VJack. 4 versus 4 situation now. T's taking control towards brackets. Does at least create an opening, but the bomb is still towards middle. They may not commit to this endeavor. They may, in fact, go towards the B side instead. They smoke grenade like that one. I don't know if they're going to go A anymore. I think that that may be a no-no.
Yeah, maybe not quite what they had in mind there, but even still, we are going to see the push-up coming through now over towards B, although a lot of control as well being taken. It's in seeing Eli somehow managing to sneak up over by CT, and that certainly could be a kill coming through, and a lot of map control being taken, although being very disciplined, eventually does find Silent there and gives his position away. Bibian, the only player left at the back of the side here to defend, but defended very well, finding those 2 plays to 3, almost to 4 there to denied the plant, but eventually VJack will be able to trade. Still makes it so much more possible for RMIT now 2 versus 1. VJack having to hold on and try and turn the tide back in their favor. Mitzi will tap the bomb, but VJack not quite falling for it. Will walk around the other side. 30 HP, but having plenty of these 2 players take this to the first duel. But Mitzi just going to be sticking the bomb. Defuse, 10-second defuse does not matter when you just hold on for dear life. And RMIT able to make it happen. VJack getting spotted at the end, won't go down, but still, what an absolutely massive round, especially for Bibian. Those 3 kills coming in last second, absolutely just turning the tide away, straight over towards RMIT in the advantage there, and being able to make that 2 versus 1 retake happen so smoothly.
Definitely going to be happy with how that one played out there, Luther, but this is only the beginning here for the side of RMIT Black. They need to find a few more rounds in their camp if they do want to find a bit more strength here. We'll see if it will be possible, though, as the T's do look to establish their presence just through towards brackets currently, pushing the mollies through with the flashes there, just cutting off the angles before the CTs can manage to do a bit of the same themselves. It seems the T's have triumphantly taken that control now. Ease of access is starting to become a reality for them, but they just need to capitalize here.
Yeah, just needing to take advantage of whatever opportunities afforded to them. RMIT Black not really going to be taking too much control as they play a bit more passively this time around, just waiting for the pushes to come to them. The only real exception being Mitzi playing up nice and close over towards Diggity, but Kirito able to find the opener very quickly on to that player, still trying to get up towards the site, and will quickly react, turning around to Stone Picks. Hypno finding one back, but overall the A side mostly just falling down over towards the Lorrydrivers there. Silent and Bibian left as the last 2 players in the 2 versus 4. Some of these players on Unimelb's side a bit low here, so maybe there is a little bit of an advantage if they can crack their way back in to find something. But with all the players around ready to go for trades, even still, it just looks so difficult to manage there. And Beaver being able to take away one of those last remaining players on the CT side as well, just making it impossible. And Silent, knowing this, will fall back away just to go for exits over the library, but won't be able to get a single one. Eli finding a very nice flick of the wrist there, getting the headshot with the AK, and securing and extending that lead now 5-2.
5-2 scoreline, sending RMIT Black straight through to the eco round. Maybe give them a chance to drink a bit of water and then form a plan of attack heading into round number 9. Looks like they are going to be pushing straight towards their enemy though. Stone Picks gets spotted immediately. Bibian good to trade it back though. See if they can do the same with a bit of fire between them. Bibian forced back there. Silent around the corner, does get caught. Great trade coming through from Unimelb here. They still know that Bibian's around the corner though. Will be trying to commit towards this site now. Smoke goes down. Seems Mitzi's been caught as well, trying to push through middle. Just allow the T's a bit more freedom, and now complete freedom. Straight through towards the B site, leaving it all up to Hypno. And they will be spotted by Eli. So the round done and dusted quite quickly there by Unimelb. And now it's time for RMIT Black to buy once again and see if they have it in them to come back.
Well, we'll have to see if they've got what it takes, of course, to win here. RMIT Black, certainly, they've shown quite, some moments of strength there. We saw that 3K before from Bibian and that beautiful retake coming through. We saw those few CT wins they've been able to take away just looking so good. But overall, they haven't been able to extend that into consecutive rounds. And that's really been the problem. They haven't been able to just get a lead ahead and been able to take round after round and really shut down the Unimelb economy. Instead, we've seen quite the opposite. The T side having such good recovery, being able to just make their mark so consistently here. Even those rounds that RMIT were able to take were taken so closely, and that's really just been the deciding factor as well. Unimelb building up their economy so much, finding opening picks round after round. They found another one here as Hypno falls down. and finding so much map control, which is really what you have to fight for here on Inferno. You have to be actively taking control, whether you're on the CT side or the T side, and we're just seeing so much of it falling under siege by Unimelb, now looking to try and make their mark over towards A.
Love to see it, and we'll see if they can manage to launch in succession here. Looks like they are going to be able to find at least a slight comeback from Bibian, playing around Graveyard right now. Oh, finding 2 kills out of it. Nice! Love to see that from Bibian there. And we'll be able to at least keep their team with a bit more hope behind them. Stonepix does chime in as well, but unfortunately they will be caught by the rogue player on the site there. And it will result in another round going the way of Unimelb, and the CT-sided economy will be down in the dumps here.
Yeah, overall looking pretty good for Unimelb as they've been able to cement that round. Bibian certainly doing a best in that position. It's just unfortunate when you don't have the teammates left back up on the site to be able to back you up there or really do too much, because of course, you know, there's only so much one person can do in that position, but still playing it very well and finding that damage. It's just RMIT as a collective haven't been able to find the damage to really get these rounds so consistently here. But we are going to be seeing a lot of damage coming through, especially from Diva. Tagged down to 1 HP, but being able to find 3 kills in return. Not quite taken out either. Stritz also down to 1 HP. The 99 tag is coming through here, and Eli hopping away. We'll be able to find the Zeus kill as well. Oh my.
Yes!
That is going to be some absolute BM. Another Zeus kill coming through. I believe we saw one earlier from Hypno on the RMIT Black side before that was off camera, but this time we got to see the hops coming through, just absolutely going through like Foon there, being able to land at the Zeus in the end.
My gosh. Great stuff coming through there with the Zeus kills in this series. You can tell just how much excitement's behind it, can't you? We'll see exactly what else will be coming through into the rest of this one. Silent already goes down packing. Great start for the T side, more rather. CTs are trying to recover though. Hypno at least picks up the AWP there. Does try and get a better angle, more favourable for their team. May be able to play off of it. Looks like the T's are exploring their options though, not fully committing towards A. Do have a couple just outside the site. Bibian is ready and waiting right around the corner for them. Quick swing onto a kill. Flash comes through. It works for one, but VJack trades it back.
Yeah, it's a great little flash you can throw there. Just have your teammates set you up for that one and just playing anti-flash into the corner, going for the swing. Usually works to get a kill or two if you hear them up close, but in that case, unfortunately, that player still being behind the half wall there. The trade is found in quick succession. Unimelb being able to take control over towards the A side as well. Stonepix to fall, trying to just slow peek out over in Library there, but we'll get shut down in the end as now the T side just holding on to that leader with 5 rounds in a row now, 9-2. RMIT Black really not able to get anything up, and again, just playing against the wall of that CT economy, not having that income they need, having the more expensive weapons as well. Does make things a bit more difficult. So overall, we're just going to be seeing more and more of these half buys come through. This time around, it's just going to be Deagle to Scout, and we're going to see a player dropped early on already. Hypno swinging out over towards mid will get taken away.
Taken away, and there's more left to play with here. Will be Unimelb now advancing through towards the B site. Bibian goes down, not before doing a bit of damage. CT's desperately trying to hold on to their defenses, but obviously it's still so difficult when they only have pistols. And it will be the B site completely opened up now. One player revealed on the balcony there, does a fumble, and it will be Mitzi. Last one standing, does have an angle and strangles through a kill. Well done by Mitzi there with the deagle. But alas, Mitzi's gone, and it will be double digits, now found by Unimelb.
I feel like RMIT Black need another tactical timeout. They've shown that, you know, they certainly are willing to take them when necessary. We saw one in the last map, but now things are honestly looking a lot more one-sided. Again, this time around being Unimelb's map pick, and they're certainly showing that they can play one hell of a mean Inferno. They've been just looking so strong, already hitting double digits, looking to try and extend that lead. Best case scenario, of course, for them going to the 13-2 half, which certainly would be quite the difficult score to come back from. RMIT Black needing to at least get a couple more on the board before the half switch over. We are getting to that latter end of the first half, of course, where things are starting to really look cemented in there, and we're starting to look towards that second half where RMIT Black are going to be on the offensive. Let's see what they can do here, but already they're starting to show a little bit of different form here this time around, looking to capitalize off the aggression we see so much so from Unimelb, playing passive and finding those 2 opening kills.
See if they can find a few more openings here to try and cut off the Unimelb side from doing any further devastation. Cities are waiting for them, and they do manage to find 2 kills there. Eli, last one standing now, just at the bottom of middle, may just be looking to hold on to their AWP, and that will be all. But alas, they will be doing just that, still keeping the AWP. Eli still going to be alive, still going to be dealing with the punches there, but at the very least, they're going to be trying their best to go for kills here, considering that they have pretty much 16k. Why wouldn't they go for kills at this stage? Looks like they do go down in the end, though. They can buy an AWP straight back alongside the rest of their team, can buy whatever the heck they please, because it's like they've won the lotto.
Certainly is, and now we're going to be seeing, of course, Unimelb trying to come back from that, but having all that money, of course, on them, they certainly aren't going to be too phased by it. They've still, even after buying into this round, got a player with 11k, so, and one with $9,000, so not too bad overall. Silent trying to go for that opening pick, but just so much aggression coming forth and all that utility, meaning they can't even peek before the kill is found. But Vivian, good for the recovery, will be managing to find those 2. Just spraying through the smoke, will get the perfect lineup onto VJack as well to take that one away. And Beaver having a good read onto Mitzi will find it back to the 3-on-3 as we start to see the side pivot over towards the A site. As I say that, though, Stonepick's able to find that trade and find Beaver as well. So RMIT Black certainly making quite the recovery here and just holding on to these sites, really getting them down on lockdown like it's peak pandemic. But Eli and Kirito, they're looking to try and spread themselves out onto this site here, moving their way forth. See what they can do. They just need to find a good opening here. Stonepick's going to spot both of them, but won't be able to find both of them as the trade comes through. Kirito now with the opportunity to plant.
We'll see if Kirito will be able to keep this one going. Nope, they will not. Gonna be stabbed straight in the back with bullet to eye. Bibian there. Great stuff from Bibi. Does take away round number 4 for RMIT Black. And just before the round ended, seems the 5th player on Unimelb has returned immediately. So good stuff from them. At least they're going to be able to field a full roster here. But let's see how this last round plays out. Will we see something similar to map number 1 here, or could we see that 5-10 scoreline? Certainly going to be tested heading into the rest of this one. Silent now looking to put a bit of fire towards middle. Try and cut off Unimelb, perhaps. Could even be picking into them. Looks like they are. They almost come away with a kill, but will be shut down accordingly. So great start for Unimelb there. Stritz barely hanging though.
Yeah, barely hanging in, but still somehow in the round. Not quite knocked back to that spectator screen as of yet. Stritz alive at 7 HP. Will be looking to make their way forth over towards the B side as the double AWP setup somehow working out here. We'll have to see if RMIT are able to find some kind of recovery, some kind of re-entry. Bibian just jiggling back and forth on the corner with that smoke out, getting ready to throw it. Will eventually split it out to just try and play that advantageous angles and be a bit unsuspecting there. Unimelb take another kill over towards that A site, though. They very well could be questioning what side they will be able to hit. They're still looking very much so gearing towards B. They've got the utility to go for it as well. They've got those 2 smokes, they've got the flashes to throw over, and they've got the Molotovs. And we'll see all of that in full action as they start to swing out.
Swinging out straight onto the site now. They've got a player to deal with at the back of it. Vivian does get revealed, does find one, will be traded however. So the site now is open for the taking here. Bomb goes down with it. Last 2 CTs creeping up through spawn. Beaver around the corner, ready for them though. Gets the shot, will find one. It's up to Stonepicks now. Last round in the half, they have to go for it, but they don't get a chance. Go, stop. It will be the half going the way of Unimelb 4-11.
Unimelb holding the same advantage at the half as they actually did in map 1 on Mirage as well, although with the sides reversed. Overall showing that attacking, defending doesn't really matter too much. They can play some good Counter-Strike. And now immediately getting back into the second half, we're going to see if they can hold on to that lead. Now coming down to this pistol round, RMIT Black certainly needing to find themselves something here. They're going to be taking the fights over towards mid, where Stritz will just be jiggling back and forth, attempting to get the shots off as Kirito lurking behind as well over towards that Apps balcony. We'll be able to find that one kill on the Stone Picks trying to cross over. Stritz as well, locking down the site. We'll find 2 good kills as well, leaving it all onto Bibian and Silent to try and get their way back up. See what they can do. Well, Bibian does manage that one onto Kirito with the P250. But still 3 versus 2. Unimelb having the player's advantage, but RMIT Black certainly trying to be unsuspecting here. Certainly trying to evade any of the calls being made by Unimelb. Just trying to play sneaky-like. Make their way back over towards B.
Let's see if they can manage it here. They've only got one CT around the corner to deal with there in Eli. Eli says g'day, but does fall off. Nice damage dealt there onto Silent. They aren't able to secure the kill, though. Looks like Silent is, however. Bomb will be picked up by Bibian now, going straight for the plant. CTs do find the kill onto Silent in the interim. Now going to be down to Bibian, but they've gone down. It will be Unimelb catching the kill and the round in their favor. It is a 4-12 now, but with this plant, we could see the T's maybe force a thing or two up here, Luther. And I wouldn't be surprised if RMIT just send it.
Well, your prediction very much so correct. I mean, after all, you kind of have to do that, right? You're not going to want to let a 13th round go the way of Unimelb and let them build up their economy a bit more so. You have to challenge them here and now when you're down by this many rounds. And we're going to be seeing the Galils and the Scout there to do so. Bit of utility going the way as well on both sides, as we see some of the HEs take a little bit of damage onto RMIT players. Silent finding some more damage, though, over towards Banana. We'll be able to find that kill onto Eli, but VJack there to trade very swiftly, bring it back around to a 4-on-4 as those T-side players still just grouped up over towards the bottom of T-spawn stairs, where Stritz will be able to push up and drop the bomb planter.
Bomb planter goes, but more to follow here. Kirito is behind them, launching a flank. Ooh, the timing not quite working out for them. Does at least do a little bit of damage through towards Bibian, though, but Stone Picks will be able to trade out. Beaver, VJack going to be around the corner, shots down the bomb carrier, as well as their teammate. It's all going to be up to Bibian now, hiding on through towards the sandbags, waiting for the noise, waiting for them to do something here. But the pressure's on Bibian, really. All they need to do is go for the bomb and just send it, but it looks like they are going to be looking towards a CT spawn, and Stritz does peak right at the perfect moment, allowing Unimelb to take away round number 13 in their favor now. And it will be RMIT left on to pistols here. This is not looking good, Luther.
Not looking too good indeed, as RMIT... They just need to find some kind of damage or something here, but Unimelb having all that momentum behind them, having everything going their way so far throughout this entire map, and that's certainly not being a trend that's changed in the second half so far. They just need a few more rounds here. That's all they have to do to take this series 2-0. We'll have to see what RMIT can bring it back around. In this round, not too much, although Hypno does manage that one kill onto Beaver off screen, just lurking back around over towards that A site there. Hypno now managing to just hold on to that M4 and still at full health. Might be able to find another kill. Does manage it on the Stritz, who was down rather low. Does get wallbanged there. But VJack in a good position alongside his teammates to be able to just find that trade and find that final kill. Hypno getting tagged so low and not really able to do too much. We see Eli going for the knife there and will get taken out as a result, but Unimelb still able to recover and find that final kill. That's a lot of damage being done, though, that being said by Hypno. 3 kills taking all those guns away. Not too shabby.
Not too shabby at all, but there's still more at stake here. We'll see if they can continue on a path of mass destruction, as it will be All players with the weapons in their hands now. A little bit of damage done by the nade there on the CT, so not too shabby. T's going to be committing towards Banana though. Mitzi already down to 3 HP. Their teammates could be down to much less though. 2 kills already found here by the Unimelb side. And another one bites the dust. Bibian is gone. It's all up to Stonepix and Silent. We'll see if it will be a silent night, a holy night, or whether it could be through the fire and flames, heading straight into the gates of hell. It will be Silent to find a one straight back. Stonepix, last man standing, tiptoeing their way through towards the A site. Maybe they come away with a kill at least, but the bomb down in Banana. I don't like these chances, Luther.
Yeah, not particularly. Stonepix still trying to go for it. Cheeky flash out. Won't blind anyone, but still does manage that 1 kill onto Eli. Stonepix will get traded out in the end, though, so not too much of a loss for Unimelb, only losing those 2 players, but being able to gain themselves the position to take the second map, perhaps. Only 1 more round necessary to do so, but RMIT still might have something get up their sleeves. Bibian typing in chat, watch out. Hopefully, maybe they'll be able to deliver on something. We'll see what she can pull off here. As meanwhile, we see just that kill coming through from Stritz, a second as well, taking out both Silent and Mitzi. So certainly not quite the opener RMIT have been looking for, but we'll have to see what the remainder of the players are able to do. Stonepix able to find that 1 kill, but Vjack will be there for the very swift recovery. As now 4-on-2, Unimelb still holding on to all aspects of this map here. Only Bibian and Hypno left to work around. No utility, no head armor for Bibian either. And they split apart here, having to go to recover the bomb, just playing it by themselves. What can they do here, Matt?
They're going to have to really dive deep in this one, Luther. They don't have any utility. It's just going to be straight raw gun battles. If they find this pick on a Vjack, though, maybe it could be a side take in the making, but the odds of this one are 50-50. It's all down to whether they go there, whether they commit to it. Doesn't look like they're gonna. They're going straight towards A instead. Bibian does find the opening onto Beaver, though. Great shot there. Might be able to catch another one. Stritz not holding the right angle, going for the swing, but they're gone as well. The path is clearer. The T's might be able to do this. They do catch. More kills going their way. Bibian single-handedly makes this round a possibility. It's all going to be up to Vjack now. 1 versus 1 situation here. All they've got available to them is going to be the kid. It looks like they're going to be creeping up through the apartments, waiting to see if they can blast off again like Team Rocket.
Oh, Vjack having to try and find the recovery, but Bibian said to watch out at the beginning of the round, certainly has delivered thus far with the bomb plant and those 3 kills. Vjack just pre-firing these angles and certainly giving away a lot of audio cues as Bibian walking up behind in the perfect position here. She's won the round, she's been able to find it, the timing absolutely perfect. Bibian able to find the clutch and make that 2 versus 4 into a 1 versus 0, able to find another round for RMIT Black as they keep going. And that has been an absolutely massive play 1. It was desperately needed, but Bibian absolutely fulfilling that promise and delivering, doing so well in this round. And now Unimelb down to pistols. It looked like it was just going their way so much here, but the constant rebuys, the close rounds, overall, we're just seeing that 1 M4A1S, but Vjack able to already find a kill with it as Stonepix finds another back. Hypno with 1-2.
Lots of greatness being found by the side of RMIT Black here. It seems that they will be just catching at least slithers of hope here. Still 2 CTs remain though with their pistols. Still 2 obstacles they need to consider after getting this bomb down here. And we'll see what will be coming off of it. Stonepix does spot Bo there. Kirito now going to be the last one standing in CT spawn. We'll see if they will be able to wake up, take away a kill with their CZ here. They are waiting for it. You spot it. There it is. Wake up, Jeff. They've managed to push through with a kill. But alas, no more to follow, and it will be RMIT Black taking away round number 6 now.
Round number 6 now for RMIT as they're looking to try and turn this one around. it'd be a tall task. They need 9 in a row to push for OT. Definitely quite a lot there, but at least, meantime, they've got that economic advantage. Just having their opponents knocked back down in pistols once again. Having to play with the Deagles. Having very little utility and not many players with armor to work around and able to find those opening picks, certainly helping out. Beaver and VJack finding kills each though, but still the trades very much so being there. Vivian trying to go for one as well, will eventually be able to find it, leaving Stritz in the 1 versus 3. Already in position here, and that smoke gone awry there might open up some kind of opportunity. There's a second smoke there, and Stritz tries to push through it, but ultimately will not be allowed to, as Stonepix, just watching on, will be able to catch him off guard. RMIT now 7-15, still down by those 8 rounds, but very much so setting themselves up with those last few just looking so strong. These last bits of strength just coming through so well.
We'll see just how long this strength will last though, because there is so many rounds ahead of them they need to take in order to go for OT here. And already we started off with a trade into the round 4-on-4 to begin with. T's are certainly trying to make an effort to turn it into 3. Hypno could do it, they manage it. Great outcome for RMIT there. They're now trying to see if they can pave their way towards one side or the other here. B site looking a bit more likely. They do have 2 CTs to consider around that angle, however, but ooh, that's turning into 1 CT. Eli has rotated. Ooh, that could be costly, Luther.
Certainly could be. Eli certainly just can't really face here and can't get taken out. Has to stay alive at all costs to deliver the information. Will be going out for the pick, but won't let themselves get traded. VJack, the one to try and do it. It's Eli. Now makes their way forward, but Vivian on the other side will be good with those 2 kills. And now Kirito left 1 versus 3. All teammates annihilated. Having to try and fight their way back over towards the site as RMIT completely just running over that B site and getting absolutely the best of the timing. That spray coming through, Kirito good for that 1, but the information now given away. Silent and Hypno in a good position to just try and find the refrags out if Kirito should choose to push up, but it seems as if they won't. Looking to back away instead, save that gun for another day because they've still got such an advantage over their opponents. 7 rounds up on them after RMIT claim this one, which seems all but certain that they will. Kirito just backing away to the T spawn as RMIT exit the bomb site, finding Rush there.
8th round now secured by RMIT Black here. They are looking to do a lot more damage where that came from. At least Kirito, though, out of that last round, will be able to keep control of their AK. The rest of them, though, just going to be stuck on pistols this time. It could still be a difficult path ahead of them, but it seems that RMIT just have found the way to fold them here. And I am eager to see exactly what kind of strategy is coming through, as it looks like it's going to be a bit of a pyramid actually being built through towards the B site this time. RMIT not spotting it yet, but they're going to have an interesting surprise when they go around the corner in just a second.
Yeah, certainly will be a little bit of a surprise there as we start to see just the map control being taken slowly by RMIT in total. We see kind of this Astralis pyramid coming out over towards B, where Stritz will be able to find the opening kill, and now that contact marking Rush come through, but Hypno finding the kill onto the lone A site player. Kirito there with the only gun that was carried away from the last round, but not being able to do anything with it. That bomb making its way slowly but surely, but at the same time, that bomb still having it to go through towards the site as well. Maybe an opportunity to cut them off as we start to see that one player pushing up. Eli there to perhaps meet that player, but the timing not quite there as Silent will be able to make it towards the site and does spot the head of Eli as well, managing to find that kill. And now 4 against 1 VJack, again, just in that save situation for their team. Having to hold on to that AWP. Still a decent save to be able to take that away into the next round, but RMIT Black just showing incredible strength so far. It took them until they were up against match point to do it, but they've been able to show some incredible CS.
We love to see incredible CS, honestly, Luther, and we will see what more incredible CS could be ahead of us here. As it is round number 9 now secured by the T side there. Definitely putting the work in, putting in the hard yards here. But they still have plenty more rounds ahead of them here. And Unimelb are able to buy confidently into this one. It will be a difficult endeavor ahead. And considering double orcs are in their possession, it makes it all that much more strenuous. Let's see how they do set it up though. One looks to go swinging towards middle, not able to catch any kills. And V-Jack will be towards the B side with the orb there as well. T's are looking to go for a full committal towards the A side this time, it would appear, to have some in the apartments and others waiting patiently outside brackets. Slither of damage already being taken there, but alas, it's nothing significant. T's can adapt around this. 'Tis but a flesh wound, but let's see if it turns into more grievous wounds as the T's look to start their assault.
Well, looking to try and exec onto this site here, Unimelb, not having lost any players yet, and they're certainly not wanting to start losing any players anytime soon. That being said, they will drop 2, make that 3, as the entries are so perfect and so well timed from RMIT, and that is the round right there. There is no way that Eli and VJack can claim their way back through. That's just absolutely monstrous from RMIT, finding all of those kills in such quick succession. And Eli and VJack just left to save as the bomb goes down. They know that there's no possibility, there's no way back in. They needed some players alive on the site to at least just find some entries in order for it to become possible. But already we're seeing RMIT start pushing up and go hunting for these guns. We see them circling this site. It's only a matter of time before they make contact with these players. VJack will find the contact onto one of them, but he's traded back out. Nitzy finding that last kill as Eli left last alive, but won't be alive for very long as Vivian pushes up and finds them. RMIT Black, unrelenting, unwilling to let their opponents get away with anything, and now finally will hit double digits.
Definitely going to be happy with their path ahead of them so far. They've really been able to pop off into this map here, and they only need 5 more rounds to give themselves a chance at overtime. This is looking scary if you're on the Unimelb side right now, as it seems they've almost completely adapted. Speaking of, though, an adaptation has been found by the CTs as they catch a bit of damage through towards the T side this time. Already a 4-on-4 situation. They could look to make it a little more, but we'll see. Looks like they are hiding in Boiler. No one's actually caught them yet. They can hear like all these movements and sounds, but they haven't actually emerged. This could work out for the CTs as they might be a bit more vigilant, saying, maybe they go B here, or maybe they go A. Looks like it is going to be the A site this time around. Still nobody spotting out Boiler, but I think that could be changing. As soon as Silent pushes around the corner, perhaps they may take that angle, but no. They're actually holding towards the archway with their teammate. So the Boiler players might have a chance here.
Maybe they might here, as Unimelb, they still linger around the side a bit there. Stritz able to find, well, we'll try and find his way out, but in the end, Silent will spot him out. Try and find another kill onto Eli as well. Now Beaver and VJack left by themselves, with the VJack with the A1S able to find one, make that a second, and now for the one-on-one. No kit though to play around as the bomb ticks away. Hidden on the other side will force the fight, and that one comes so unbelievably close. That's a much better round there from Unimelb than we have been seeing. I mean, we saw quite a lot coming out there. I want to point out as well at the start, Stonepix just being dealt absolutely the worst hand there. I'm not sure if you noticed, Matt, but that utility stack coming through, Stonepix was knocked down to 1 HP by those HEs and then just run over by that CZ. Quite unfortunate. And the round is going so well for Unimelb after that, but just not enough to take them over to finishing out this map, of course. This one still going to continue. RMIT finding 7 in a row so far, and they're looking to make it an 8th, maybe looking to find even more than that as they head towards their goal of 15 to try and force OT.
We'll see if they are going to be able to force the issue here. Looks like Hypno is able to find the first now, looking for a second around the corner. No one going to be in their sights this time, but that could quickly change now, as they are just using their utility to their advantage, playing for territory here early on, trying to see if they can find the correct angle. No one going to be able to catch it quite yet, but that could quickly and simply change as the T's now look to advance towards B. VJack spots one. It does get traded twofold, and it will be the opening now gained for the T's through towards B. They're still actually taking it slow, though. They don't know what's around them, and it seems Beaver knows exactly what's around, as they do take it to 2-on-2 now. AWP picked up, ready for action.
Nice little bomb plant coming through now. Beaver and Stritz on for the 2-on-2 retake. This could be the one to do it. They just have to find these openings, but the positioning being so great from these RMIT players, Silent being able to just go for that swing, spotting the side of Stritz, and being able to make their move as well. Now Beaver left trying to claw back if possible, won't be shying away just as of yet. Has the kit to work around. Could potentially make their way forward towards the site as we see that flash come out from Silent. Not quite going to land on target, but doesn't really matter. Beaver only going for these exits, and we'll be able to secure at least one, but forced to back out as Unimelb will not be able to close this round out. Instead, RMIT are going to continue their assault now 8 rounds in a row and hoping for 3 more.
We'll see if they are going to be able to do it here, Luther, because they are certainly feeling confident right now. They are getting closer and closer towards a potential OT. And we'll see if it is going to be a reality. Great fire does get distributed there by Kirito. Smoke also to follow it up, though. Kirito just sending it. Kirito! Oh my gosh! They've just killed the players and got the bomb! Oh my gosh, Luther, what the hell?
Well, if all else fails, run down mid with an MP9?
I thought it was rush B, no stop.
I guess this is the CT equivalent on an Inferno. Well, look, that's one way to do it, but that has been the pace shift that has been needed because RMIT, they've been playing things so much on their terms that Unimelb, especially Kirito in that round, was just like, okay, we have to change this around. And now only 2 players from RMIT remain. Finally, the numbers advantage being there for Unimelb, attempting to fight their way back. Although that being said, more damage being sustained as Unimelb able to find that one more. Now Minty down on the 1-on-2, being able to find that strike onto Kirito. Finally find that player, but in the end, Eli was able to shut it down. 8 rounds in a row were found by RMIT, but not enough to be able to carry on over to OT. So much strength was found from that team in the end, but Unimelb able to take it out in the end, 16-12.
My word, Luther, what a matchup we just saw before us there. Unimelb are definitely cutting it close almost, but alas, they were able to claw it out. RMIT Black, a valiant effort in both maps there. They really took it to them. You could see towards the later stages, they really started to get switched on, but I feel like it's just too little too late. If they were able to, get switched on maybe earlier in the matches, we could have seen a very different outcome coming through there. But that obviously is going to be that matchup done and dusted, Luther. And so, I think it's about time we say a big thank you to somebody.
Yeah, of course, we've got to thank our sponsors who have helped to make all of this possible and provide this platform for these players that you've witnessed tonight, putting on some excellent CS. Of course, all starts with Predator. Predator, conquer new worlds with Predator Gaming today. Predator, they are the gaming PC partner of the AEL. Conquer new worlds with Predator Gaming. Predator puts power and precision in your hands. Elevate your gaming experience in every way with quality and performance thanks to Predator. And I've got to say, I've used some of their computers before, seen some of their laptops. They're quite good stuff, so make sure to check them out. Also, be sure to check out AOC for the best viewing experience. AOC is a global leader in monitor display technology. We know how well you need to see your opponents for a game like Counter-Strike. You want a sharp monitor to do so. And for more than 50 years, AOC has delivered an exceptional viewing experience to millions of loyal customers worldwide. Today, the company offers a wide selection of stylish monitors for home, office, or gaming. So if you're in the market for a new monitor, be sure to check them out. And if you're in the market for some quality audio, of course, make sure to check out Rig, what it takes to win. Rig developed headsets delivering superior audio for competitive gamers and streamers at all levels. Join the Rig team and enhance your gaming experience.
Yeah, big shout out to all of our wonderful sponsors there, Luther. Definitely appreciate each and every single one of them there. Big shout out to them. But if you want to find out more about the AEL or other upcoming events and live streams, definitely be sure to check out AU Esports League on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. And you can also find us on Twitch through towards twitch.tv/AELUni or AELUni2. So definitely be sure to take a look at them there if you want to see a bit more AEL action. But if you want to see more from us in particular, our socials are, right down below. So if you want to see some more CS or other games, you know, we do cast other games too. Can you believe it? Whew, wow. Shock to me.
Oh, I've seen you on the Rocket League a bit, Matt, as well.
A little bit.
AEL, so, you know, very versatile caster, of course. Be sure to check Matt out and myself. At Matty123 for the handsome man to my left, and for me at It's2SBS on Twitter for me. But I think that's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It's been an absolute blast and a pleasure having you, and we'll be sure to see you again for some more AEL action next time.